You know, it's a weird day when you go somewhere and drink a bunch of whiskey and then come back home so you can drink more whiskey. Realize I have everything ass backwards right now. That's not, we don't do that. Not allowed. Also, I have to get the music up, so pardon the noises that you will very likely hear in a moment. At an extreme volume, since I don't know where it's going to be at. Hi, by the way. Happy National Bourbon Day. My name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. I gotta say all that. Oh, for heck's sake. Loud? You know what? It's being weird. My microphone's being weird, or something's being weird. I don't understand what. Twink. Let's try lower, 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 lower. Lower, lower? How are we at? That's still loud. Why am I loud? I don't know. I've been messing with the settings a while ago. How's that? That doesn't seem to be peaking out like it was. Too soft, let me know. Again, it's so much fun to live stream when things just change without any reason. Let's get this music going, shall we? What's in your glass? Tell me. Oh, there's the loud. There we go. Do this. Do... Where is it? There we go. I got this, I promise. Let me know. Higher or lower. I want to have it about there. But if you can't hear it, there's a problem. Yes, and let's start off the obvious here. Patrick Greeny swooping in again. Making sure I check. Freaking me out a little bit. In the best way possible. By dishing out 20 more memberships. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. Or is it showing up? Something I don't mess with. Oh, it's not showing up. Pause. Alright. So I basically scrambled to get the stream up because I was doing something else first. I will explain soon. First I have to get it so you can actually see the chat, which requires everything to go pitch black for a moment, and you won't hear a thing. So don't worry, this is me, not you. You're not blacking out, you're not passing out. Just relax. This will only take a moment. Nothing happened, except now I can do this. Don't ask me how. Patrick Greeny here donated 20 memberships at random, sprinkled it across the channel, because he knows I'm going to try very, very hard to make sure all the names that were just donated get into the end exit outro for the streams. And I did it. Which is why half the things aren't ready right now. Like music and making sure you can see the chats on the screens. Whiskey Uncensored Epic Mustache will be detected. This is true. I also did this about 10 minutes ago, which is wild. You have no idea, folks. Unless you have one, you don't know. You don't know. Andy Butler, hello. Welcome. Pinch Hitter Whiskey Lounge. Cheers. Welcome. I have nothing in my glass yet, but cheers. Sugar Kitty, meow. Kathy Healy, hello. Glad you could pop in. Yes, what is everyone sipping on? Please let me know. Don't like to drink alone. Have had numerous whiskeys today already. I'll post some of that on Instagram later, if I remember. Don't count on it. But I have pictures of some of the bottles that I had at Irene Tan's store today. I went out in public again. Ugh. If you want to call like a liquor store where no one else can really get into, unless they know, public. But I went driving. It's an hour 20 there, an hour 20 back. I went to spin class this morning. I almost feel like a normal human being. It's awful. Mr. Greatside, cheers. Hello. Welcome. Donner Pass Whiskey. Happy National Bourbon Day. Thank you and hello. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah, my volume, something's been weird lately. Even my friend Greg was talking about how the volume on my end was being odd for Discord, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe this is just up too high, but I don't mess with it. So no invites. What are you talking about? So we have bourbons. We have bourbons and we have bourbon. Where to start? I picked out 4, since the idea is to have 15-minute intervals of whiskeys, bourbon specifically. I'm going to go by percentage because that makes my life a lot easier. We'll start with, and there are 2 here that at least are like, actually 3. Well, 4 really. Anyhow, we'll get to that. But I took stuff out of boxes is what I'm trying to say. We have this one first. Did a video on this a while ago for Thanksgiving. Wild Turkey Diamond Anniversary. There's a turkey in the background there. This is celebrating 60 years! You can't read anything because that's all silvery. But it is 45.5%. It came in a fancy box. I have no idea what year this was, since I don't keep track of that. I don't keep track of how long Jimmy Russell's been doing his job. His job now is to sit in a chair and have people take pictures of him and drink all the whiskey he could ever want, I imagine. He's got the most right now. Everyone else runs the business. He's like, give me whiskey. Take my picture. So starting here. I'm trying to remember something. Some of the cork is being a bit weird. Tiny pours today. Ooh. This cork has weight to it, or at least the top does. Oh, that's why. There's a turkey on the top. Jeebus. There we are. I will put that back in the box later. I don't feel like doing it now. It's true. If you don't know, you have to check. Lovely. Only tiny pours. Again, I've had well over 2+ ounces of very high proof whiskey today. Earlier. I will show off a couple things that were donated today by Cliff Smith, because he's a madman. I've mentioned this before. I've been trying to figure out who's donated the most bottles to the channel, and I'm pretty sure if he's not at the top, he's very close. But I have a feeling he's the top. Don't quote me on that. I haven't actually kept track. That would feel a bit weird. But look, we got here. No invite to meet up today? No. This was a very random thing that I decided to do, 2 days ago? There wasn't even anything was going on. There was no tasting or anything. It was me and Cliff went to Irene's store because I wanted to try something. Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay, here we go. So first, new bottle of Redbreast PX. Oh, yes. I can prove it because this one, look at this. You see that? Look at that. That's sad. And there's this bump here, so that's even less than you think it is. That is one more pour, and that's it. I might just end this tonight if I feel like it. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe for the podcast. Who knows? But having another bottle of it before that one's gone. Whew, that was close. And here, I know how much these bottles were. So I'm terrified I'm going to drop one of them. But the Whiskey Tribe / Whiskey Vault place had donated these to the channel. These are from Crowded Barrel. Magnificent Beasts. And these are what I was hoping to try today at Irene's store. Irene Tan blended both of these. And I hadn't gotten to try them. And I saw that Tribe was going to sell them. I looked at the price and went, no. But Cliff generously donated these to the channel. You surprised the hell out of me. All I wanted to do was taste them. That's why I went to Irene Tan's store today. I knew she'd be back. She's in the area. She's at her store. Cool, I can try her blends. Awesome. And then Cliff's like, those are yours. I'm like, what? Huh? I just had looked up the price. I was like, damn, that's crazy. So that was my today. It's a little wild. Went to a liquor store with no intent of buying any bottles. Came back with 3. And none of them are bourbon to make it even weirder. Even the one I was eyeballing today, I was like, It was a malt. It was a Courage and Conviction bottle that Irene Tan had picked out. I didn't buy it. It's like $100. I'm not going to do that. In honor of Bourbon Day, I'm starting off with Clanleash 14. Oh, wait. Nope. That counts. A man determined in the most amazing, awesome way. Yes. His level of, like, here's the bottles, is nuts. Absolutely nuts. I will never be able to, like, say thank you to him enough. Yeah, it's always like, again? Damn you, thank you very much. Yes. Kathy Huey, the Redbreast PX is divine. Exactly. Nice. Great mind, sugar kitty. Indeed. Oh, there you go. Glengarry, what are you guys doing? This is not a national bourbon. I'm kidding. Drink whatever the hell you want. It's Friday. That's what it is. Drink whatever you want. Now, I remember this Wild Turkey was a little underwhelming. I hate to say that, but I know it was. That's why I haven't really touched it since 2 years ago. It's been in that box. And it's a lower percentage. You know, you think you get a Wild Turkey special diamond anniversary, and they're like, we're going to put a percentage on this that's lower than a 101. And you pay a lot more for it. I don't know. I don't get it. There's something slightly... There's some kind of slight fruit note and something damp at the same time. It's got a bit of musty to it. Wild Turkey 13, it was fantastic. That's one I haven't seen or tried yet. I might have seen it, but I haven't tried it yet. It's on the list. That's on like the Wild Turkey and the Redbreast and the Maker's Mark, and unfortunately the Buffalo Trace stuff, and the Four Roses. I have like a number of different type of distilleries where I want to try as much of everything I can get from them within reason. You know, I don't want to like the Redbreast 27 right there that I'm looking at. That was like, you know, didn't think I'd try that. The only other one that's like that is the Dream Cask. Which again, in your dreams, that's the bottle. That's the name for that bottle. It's in your dreams. Not gonna happen. But you never know. Again, there might be another one that pops up at the Whiskey Vault someday. There was one there once, and I missed out on trying it because I didn't go to the Bastards Ball. Oh. That's nicer than I remember, but it's still a little bit... It's like spicy and gone. Slightly sweet, little spice. And that's all. I would want so much more from a bottle that was 60th anniversary. And it's just... I'd have to look up some other opinions of it, though. I do wonder. I know there's been another one recently. I think that's another one that comes out at weird times. Randomly, and I don't look for them because that was at least $80, which I believe was cheap. Could have been more. I kind of just saw it on the floor in a random small liquor store that's nearby. I went, I should probably buy that. You know, Mr. Great Shot, you should come up to the New England area because I believe Cliff was able to find this for $85. And the last time I purchased it was I think it was $89.99, so you know, $90 when I found it. I haven't looked for it yet, but I know the price around here, for whatever reason, it's much cheaper than it seems to be in most other states. Four Leaf Whiskey has said that it's been expensive. You have said that. At least one or two other people have said, yeah, it's really stupidly expensive, over $100. And I'm going, wow, yeah, Kathy Huey. 105. It's like, what? Maybe it's farther out west it goes because I'm about as close to Ireland as the United States people can get, except for like Maine and Vermont. Wait, no, Vermont, New Hampshire. Anyway, up the East Coast, we're pretty close to that. So maybe the taxes are different or just whatever. Shipping, I don't know. Local total wine, you expect it to be lower. And it isn't. I'm pretty sure my total wine would have it a little pricey, like $100 at least. Remember? Don't know. I'll have to check. I'm not going to check now, but try to remember to do that. You know what? I'm going to check now. Because if I don't, I won't remember. Simple as that. I have a thought. I'll remember to do it later. You will not. You will not. It's for science. We got to know, man. Is Total Wine jacking up the prices where they can? Of course they are. Red breast. I just like typing the word breast. Don't ask me why. Well, we have the 27 year for $1,149.99. It's a steal. Yeah. I'm looking at it at the closest Total Wine I have. It's about 40 minutes away, 45. It's not too far. It's far enough for me not want to go there, but $88.99 for the Redbreast Iberian Series PX Edition Irish whiskey. It's about the same price. You know, it's like, what the heck? I can find it in my vicinity for around 80 something odd dollars, 80, 90, in that very comfortable frame. Still stupidly expensive. Keep in mind, folks, that in 2019, 4 years ago, a bottle of Redbreast 12 year in my area was $50. 50. It is now 65. Now imagine how much the PX would have been if it had existed 4 years ago. It would not have been $80. It would have been 70, 75, 65. It would have been the cost of the Redbreast 12 now. Who knows? Can't change the past. But you can be angry about the future. Why? The prices are going to keep going up. Why is this my life? I have plenty of bottles. Reminder, no matter what, prices of whiskey are wise for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life, I have plenty. Even if I stopped buying them completely, which we all know I'm not going to do. But if I did, I have thousands of dollars worth of whiskey around me, and it's a little disturbing. And I'm one of the smaller whiskey channels. I have a problem, is what I have right now. And that's why I do raffles. Can't drink all this. Ever. A little musty on the nose. A little spicy. Not enough sweetness for me. That's all. Like Wild Turkey 101 and Rare Breed. You know what? I'm saying this out loud. I'm going to forget. But at some point, I need to pour a little bit of this. And I do have some 101. That's right. So maybe I should compare these two, because there's something that's really great in the Wild Turkey 101, and there's something missing in this. Like, there's a certain bit of sweetness that I expect from this that isn't here. Odd. Rob Smith! Rob Smith. Greetings. I got to share some Missouri whiskey today. People enjoyed it. It was the, the bottle I did a review of. I know it's there, but it's the 60-something odd percent port finish. It's right there. I know it's right there. I put it there this morning. Guess whose shoulder still stings? This one. Still 630. American whiskey point finished. 60.55%. And the color on this, like, freaking ridiculous. Ridiculous. But I finally got to have Irene and Cliff and Jen, who works at Canterbury Liquors, all got to try it. And they enjoyed it. Didn't blow their minds or anything, but It also was one of the ones where they wouldn't have known the proof. I was like, 60 point something. I said it's 60%-ish. They all went, what? Yeah, I know. Something's missing. It's really frustrating. Maybe if I put this on ice or something. I mean, that feels like it would dilute the hell out of it. But just the spiciness of it, it's there, and it's not giving much else. It's prickly, peppery, it's kind of cinnamon, and there's this weird, dusty feeling. It's not terrible, but it's not what I want. I want something different. I want something out of my wild turkey. Again, that's in this, that's not in this. Ugh. Still 6:30 last night on the way to see a band play. Nice. Take the tour. It's not long. You go stand over there, and over here, and over there, and then you go back over there, which is where the bar is. That's it. Enjoyable, though. You know what? Rob Smith, you're there. Wait, did it happen already? Fudge. Wait, no. Look into, call him up or something, because this is how phones work. But call him up. Still 6:30 means June 30th. Was when they first opened. And I think that's when they ratified or something the Missouri whiskey thing. Anyway, look into it, call them, figure it out. But they have a party to celebrate this, but it's before 6:30. That's the catch. So if you call them and ask about it, maybe you can go to that. If you want. I just know it was earlier than the date, but they do it early for reasons. I don't know. You're the lucky one who could go. I am not. So I want you to go in my stead. How's that? You don't have to, but I can only wonder what kind of good time they have there. All that whiskey. All that whiskey, gin, brandy, bourbon, American whiskey, and what else? Rum. He does pretty much everything. Except vodka. He does not do vodka. He was explicit about not doing vodka. I don't think I got to try the gin. You only got to try 3 samples. And I did the brandy, apple brandy. I do like that. Apple brandy. And I believe the other 2 were bourbons. But I don't remember what the middle one was. Whatever it was, I picked the other one. If anything, call them and find out when that little celebration is. See if you can work it into your schedule. Because it sounds like it'd be a good time. Tell him KillCo sent you, and he'll look at you and go, what the hell are you talking about? I'm looking at percentages here. I gotta figure out which is next. I'm pretty sure I know. Yeah, I do. Next on our list of bourbons I like, or at least fancy, expensive-ish bourbons that I don't generally drink. This one's I do. Like, if I think about it, I will pour this. However, I'm getting sad about it. Look at this guy. Look at you, son of a... You and your beard. How dare you. But I think everyone understands who's here. E.H. Taylor. Small batch. Again, the list of things to try maybe someday, somehow. There are other types of E.H. Taylor. I'm aware of that. I'm very happy just to have this one. Ever. But I know there are other varieties out there that are extremely hard to get or very expensive. So this is in the same category as Weller stuff. Weller 107 in particular. Bourbon, that's your fault. And my weird luck. And what else? The Wellers, not the Special Reserve. That I have it. I don't care. I have it and I don't care about it. And I know there are other Wellers that are stupidly expensive. I feel like I tried one of them, but I don't remember which one. Maybe the foolproof? Something about a purple top? Yeah, my brain doesn't remember things well. There's little bits and pieces that are in there, but that's all. So this is certainly on the list. Buffalo Trace can go to hell. Why do I have to like their stuff? Why do I have to like their stupidly overpriced stuff? AF Critterland, friends. Louis Chambers, hi. Welcome. Happy National Bourbon Day. Thank you for popping in. Always a pleasure to see you. That's much better. This has that nice sweet note I want. Oh, yeah. Willet. Sorry. That's crossed wires. Willet Weller. They both start with W. That's all it really takes. Oh, thank you, H. Taylor, once again. It's a weird feeling that I needed that. I know why. Driving is hectic, especially at 5:30 in Providence, near the city. So that's helping with that. That is me coming down to like, oh, I got back. Ugh, there was traffic. Ugh, I hated it. But I got here with enough time to get my brain situated. And most importantly, finish the end stream outro for the new members. So also, welcome new members. You get to listen to the podcast tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be about yet. It's about this past week. That's about it. For those who haven't heard the podcast and aren't members or patrons, by the way, I have a Patreon, and you can become a YouTube member. Oh yeah, and where is it? Oh, I'm amazed that my finger stopped at the right point there. That was not planned. Yeah. I'm a YouTuber, and I do things that encourage you to stick around. Wink. Or scare you off. One or the other. Either way, you saw it. What was my point? Oh yeah, podcast. So if you don't know the podcast structure, there's week in review, mental state. It's good to know where I'm at. I like to let people know. Shush. Ways. Shab. I'm helping people, apparently. Week in review, mental state, and future plans and updates. That is the gist of what the podcast is about. Ooh, Peter White, good call. I haven't really thought of that. I can't give Father KillCo, Papa KillCo, Father KillCo. That sounds like a priest. Anyhow, Papa KillCo isn't able to drink hard liquor anymore, and honestly, he shouldn't really drink alcohol at all. Maybe a beer or a wine, but because of stuff with cancer, also cancer blows. But, reminder, Papa KillCo will be stopping in on the stream live on Sunday. So if you want to see Papa KillCo in the real life digital form, yeah, be sure to be here at the beginning. He's not going to stay on for long. He's going to be for... So far, I got him for 15 minutes, maybe a little more, depending. Just going to have a little chat. Happy Father's Day and such. I can't really give him anything alcohol-wise, so... That's that. What do you want? Yeah, what do we want for Father's Day? I don't know. No more cancer. That'd be nice. His treatment is changing soon, so that's like... Back to chemo. Yay. Not happy about it. None of us are happy about it, but we're hoping it'll help. That's all we got right now. So again, I hope you will stop in to see him. Show him some love. Like, thank you, Pop KillCo. Yeah. And do the shoulder shake while you're doing that. He'll appreciate it. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! I'm awake now. Oh. And as you know, if you've been here, what, Bottom Bond, I think, is it? Yeah. I actually did a video about this years ago about the fact that it's Bottle and Bond. And I couldn't remember until I saw it on the label. Woo! Doing great. Again, as you can see, sad. This is getting to that point where I'm nervous. Because there's no way I'm going to find another one easily. But we'll see. These have found their ways into my heart. Because a lot of you are very generous and bonkers. If you find them, you gotta get them. Especially this one. This is a favorite of mine, unfortunately. But Bottle and Bond 50% is what I was getting around to saying. Next one we have here is going to be 55.3. And we're ending the night with a 63.30. I forgot about that. Cool. I just took it out of the box and was like, oh yes, that's the one I need to take out. It's a fancy bourbon. Just pour it in the stream. What could go wrong? Ah, yes. Indeed, Mr. Great Shot. And yes, Kathy Huey knows. What's even worse is being born in July. And be like, cancer. I'm a cancer. Oh. Do it. Get it. If not for me, for you. That's a good price. You cannot find that easily for $60 in my area. And a lot of people, I'm sure, would throw that on the secondary market so fast. That's another thing I don't think I've ever wanted. I don't want to deal with, like secondary market stuff. It sounds so sketchy. It's like black market. I'm like, no. Very expensive. Me no want. I'll just go to Irene's store. Maybe Total Wine once in a while. You know. Irene Tan's store, Total Wine, and Cappy's near where I live. It's about the extent of my whiskey research. There's one or two other places that I would go to look. That's it. There's a place called Jay's down the road that has plenty of like wild out there kind of bottles. Outrageous prices, but it's nice to see them. I haven't been there in a minute, so maybe I'll pop in again soon. Although there's no real reason to until autumn, especially for bourbon, since we're talking about bourbons today. But they do have a fantastic amount of wild stuff. And the prices are similar to Cappy's. Usually it's a little more expensive at Jay's. Ouch. Ugh. So that's my day, drinking whiskey all day. Ooh. Apparently Irene hasn't slept much recently. But she did get some more of her... She did finally get her bottles in for her... Wow, I'm moving the whole table. Earthquake! Stop playing with the camera. Her second blend from... What's the New York distillery? I think it's that one. Anyway, there was a delay. There was a delay with her getting her bottles. It was really annoying. But she got them today, which is good. Kings, yes, I think that's right. Kings County. I'd have to see it to be certain. But her second blend of theirs, her second blend from their distillery, arrived today, and it was supposed to arrive 2 weeks ago. So, not happy. Ow. So spicy. So nicey spicy. Bourbon, nicey spicy. It's a t-shirt. Slap a trademark on it. Bourbon, nicey spicy. I can see the image in my head too. That's awful. Make that into a t-shirt. Bourbon, nicey spicy.
Awful.
Oh, to show you what the next two are, to keep you engaged. That's what YouTube is about. Engaging. That's what they like. Look at this one. This is from a while ago. Focus, will you? I'm trying to find your focal point. Where is it? There we go. Limited release FAEO1. 55.3%. Was this the... Yeah, virgin toasted American oak staves. Fruit-forward expression with notes of tobacco and wood. That's not really enticing to me. Fruit, tobacco, wood. Not oak, just wood. I don't remember if I like this one. I assume I do. It's half empty. But I also shared it. I have the 2022 one of those over there too. There's the 2021, 2022. Then I have the special one I got at the distillery that I bottled. Then I have the cask strength. I feel like there's one more. Hydration is key. I'd have to think of what would look good. Like, it's really hard to make the idea of hydration is key look fancy for a t-shirt. I have some ideas. But pulling it off, you know, I'll have to look into the AI generating thing, figure that out. That's my newest way of making content, or t-shirts and graphics and logos and anything that requires way too much effort. There's an AI bot for that. Of course, I have to tweak it. So it's not just AI stuff. I take the general design and fiddle with it until I like it. Takes a minute. There is some human input. But because most people would hire an artist or graphic design it themselves, I can't get myself to exercise and eat 3 meals a day. So putting any extra work into that, not easy. However, I've put a good amount of work into my emotes for the channel. I still need some input on what you think would be good. I've hit every topic I can think of easily. One Glencairn, a skull, because that was the first one I had to figure out. I was like, that's my graphic design there. I went, it's the skull, KillCo, blit. Then we have the mustache with glasses. Then we have the 2 Glencairns going, cheers. Then we have the mustache Glencairn, because that's about me running out of ideas there. Glencairn, 2 Glencairns, Glencairn with the mustache. Looks like rain, LOR. Little raindrops behind it. My face going, because I do that. Looking at the color. Let's look at the color. Bottle down, whiskey psalm badge, peppery, which is a pepper shaker, peppery. Vanilla, the vanilla bean flour, creme brulee, and a water bottle with a key on it. So maybe I'll use that one, because that was like a silly... You can't tell. It's so tiny. But it is generally a water bottle with a key in it, because hydration is key. So if I do something fancy with that, maybe some water splashes behind it, and hydration is key underneath. Water bottle with key on it, hydration is key. Get it? Big brain energy right there. And I still have room for one more emote, but can't figure it out. Those are all the ideas I got. And my brain went, no more, stop. It's a great shot. If you want a t-shirt, I'll make one. I will. It won't be good, but I'll try it. I can work on it now that I have the hydration is key idea. And it's in there, and it's not too hard, but it's still not easy to make. But now I have a general idea, like an outline. Finding the right font will be the tricky part. And figuring out how to do hydration is key. Yeah, it has to be hydration is key, rather than hydration is key. That doesn't work. Or I could try to make it all one line. but then the font will be smaller. You see how this is all hard to do? I don't have the energy. Especially now. With me having gone out and done so much today. I'm already feeling like believe it or not, having a bunch of depressants in the form of alcohol doesn't make anything easier. I'm running out of time. Damn, I still have this much. I poured myself a little extra each, Taylor, because I know I like it. So good. Oh, I haven't had. Speaking of hydration, is key. I have water while I'm doing this. I'll be able to get through these a little faster with some hydration. My chair did that weird thing again, didn't it? Yes, it did. I shrunk. I broke my chair, so it sinks. I also land on it, like when I sit down, I'm not like gentle about it. So that's the thing now. I didn't break the chair by sitting on it. I broke the chair by spinning into my desk and having this arm go underneath the table, and it just goes. So it was pushing down on it. That's my best guess, at least. You can imagine the springy bit on this chair doesn't like something else pushing down on it over and over again by accident. I have since stopped doing that, but the damage is done, so oh well. Okay, tiny pour of this one. I don't remember how this tastes at all, other than fruit-forward expression of notes of tobacco and wood. So saith the front label. Ah! Oh yeah, that's right. These have been breaking lately. Like an angry frog. It's a sip. Literally a sip. Not because I don't like this, but because I got one more pour after this, and it's very high proof. It is a little fruit forward. It's a little weird though. Maybe it's because it's been in the bottle, half empty for a while, but color looks nice. I mean, you can't see it very well, but one sip, maybe two. That's a little fruit forward. It's not lying with that. It is telling the truth. Ooh. A little tingly. If there's any tobacco, it would be a sweet tobacco. Very sweet tobacco, like cigar sweet tobacco. And it gives off that leather chair feeling. So cigar, leather chair, bourbon. Checks out. Ah. Okay. Sometimes chat doesn't move quite right. Wigs me out. Yeah. It gets pretty spicy right there. 10 virgin toasted oak. Toasted, that's right. It's a toasted version. Ah. So there's a fair amount of impact of the wood on that. It's not charred, it's toasted. Yeah, black pepper, cinnamon. Oh, it's drying out my tongue real fast. Hat. Thought of strawberries and a flower. I don't know what kind of flower that was. Maybe, do tobacco plants have flowers? Because that would make sense. And it was a dried strawberry, which is an odd one. I usually don't think of that. Usually it's dried apricots, dried, raisins or cranberries. Craisins. But I don't think I've ever said dried strawberry before. Where did it go now? Yeah. All right, I made it. With that tiny pour, I was able to get onto the big one. You know it, you love it. I mean, you might not. But this is the Booker's Charlie's Batch. Charlie's Batch. 'Tis 2023-01. So the early last year Booker's. 63.3%. Age 7 years. 1 month and 8 days. Oof. There's wax on the top. Okay, that came off pretty easily. Good, good. Only a tiny bit of this. A little more than the last one, but Jesus. I don't know if my blood alcohol level dropped enough by the time I got back here. Hey, got it on my hand. Keep in mind, Jim Beam and products are not my favorite, but I do like the Booker's. At least this Booker's, I remember I enjoyed it, but it's still not my brand. The distiller I would go to. I've been there. And I do like the Bakers. That was fun. The Bookers, you'd think I'd like that too. Knob Creek is not my favorite. I will leave that to Adriana. She can have all the Bookers. Or not the Bookers. She can have all the Knob Creek. Because I've yet to find one I've really enjoyed. Since it's not as sweet as the bourbons I prefer. Which are sweeter bourbons. And the only one that's really kicked that right now is the E.H. Taylor. The Maker's Mark didn't come up as sweet as you'd think. Because maybe it's, I don't know. Something about the toasted brought out more spice than sweet. Knob 12, pretty good. I know I had a special Knob Creek that I had in the vault. I forget which one it was. I've taken every time I did try it, I took a picture and sent it to Adriana. It's like, look at this special Knob Creek I'm trying that you can't have. I'd let her try some if I could. Like again, I've told her and Nick, if you ever get to Austin, or if you ever want to meet in Austin, go to the freaking whiskey vault. Tell me, I can do a tasting for you. In the vault. Zenboot, home from Vermont and New Hampshire. How nice. Tell me all the places you went. Later, because the stream's about to end. But tell me. You got 10 minutes. Go. Poof. I went to Irene's store today. So I went to Connecticut and back. Today. And Zenboot Cliff donated some stuff to the channel again. That's that crazy son of a gun. One of them being this. And if you're wondering why, it's because I mentioned that this looks like this now. There's a very, very small amount of Irish whiskey left in here. You can barely tell how much it is, but it's like one more pour and that's it. So very pleased to get the PX. And he got the Magnificent Beasts that Irene did. Where are they? Oh, here we go. If you weren't here early on, we have the Magnificent Beasts. This is there's two of them. Orthus. I didn't know there was more than one head dog. Orthus is the two-headed one, and I think this is Service, is it? Service. They're both two-headed. But anyhow, yeah. Hold on. I gotta hold them both up because they look very similar. There you go. And all I really did that I wanted to do was go to Irene's store and try these, which I did. And then Cliff surprised me by being like, "Those are yours." Ah! I think I know which one I like. Was it this one? Yeah. I already have a preference, which is wild. It's like the same thing I did when Roy was on here. He tried both whiskeys, and there was clearly one I leaned towards more as my preference. Where are those, by the way? Are they over there? Yeah, they are. Okay, good. Those should be closer to my reach, but they aren't. Ugh. And Zed we came up with a general idea for a hydration is key t-shirt. It's in the making. In here. I have a pretty good idea of what I want, so we'll see. And of course, the hydration is key emote that I have is part of that. Favorite is Knob Creek is rye? That's funny. Adriana loves that one. I don't even know if she does or doesn't. I assume she doesn't. Because rye. Knob Creek. But rye. Ugh. Her favorite. I'm going to put these back so I can not have to worry about it later. I will forget. Look at this plastic nonsense. John Krantz, hello. Cheers. Welcome. Have some bourbon. It's National Bourbon Day. Do it. Or don't. I mean, it's up to you. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm going to suggest. That is all. Alright, we have a little sheet. That is some tiny print. This is so hard to read. Anyway, the Booker's is a blend from different warehouses. I believe I said this for the video, but let me just say it out loud if I didn't. I'm getting old, man. My eyeballs don't want to work. The lighting here doesn't exactly fit reading. But 3% came from the 5th floor. Oh yeah, there's all 7s. 3% came from the 5th floor of 7-story warehouse Q. 17% came from the 4th floor of 7-story warehouse G. Oh, they're all 7 stories. 24% came from 4th floor of 7-story warehouse Z. 27% came from the 5th floor of 7-story warehouse Z. That's not a 7. 29% came from the 5th floor of 7-story warehouse I. So QGZZI. Quizzy. Ah. Twist my arm. That's right. It's National Bourbon Day. Do it. Eat. So that's fun. Like, I like the idea of getting blends from different warehouses and making it into a thing. Yeah. Nick seems like the guy similar to me. It's like, I'll try it. I'll drink it if you don't want it. Do eat. Warehouse Z. Yep. Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta. Nope. Alpha, Beta, Delta, Gamma, Z. I don't remember what all of them are. I never remember what all of them are. That was just a weird guess of a few of them. I often just say Roger that, so I don't use any of those. I'm sorry, I don't say Roger that. I say copy that. Roger that doesn't mean anything, militarily speaking. Copy that does. And it's a very old way of saying things because radio copy. It was a thing. Back you go, back you devil, into your box. Never to be seen again. This one doesn't have any indication of which way is up and which way is down, so that's fine. Cool. Ah. Oh, I'm just going to put it away before I drop it. Oof. You too. This is on my table. My little table, my little booth. For those who were here in the early days, it used to be right behind me. Roger, Clarence. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. All right. A little sip of this. What's our vector, Victor? And a reminder, this is 63%. Stupid. It's one thing to do. Oh, yeah, this is definitely Jim Beam. I'm wondering if I have a Jim Beam note thing for some of these. It is a bit of a nutty note. I will admit that. Oof. All right. Cheers, everyone. Again, thank you for being here. Make sure you do the thumbs and such. I know my Autobot is saying it, and I'm supposed to do that too. And of course, memberships on YouTube, Patreon, helps me stay alive. I mean, helps me, the channel. Helps the channel. Don't worry about that. Lick the like and like the lick. Yes. Don't lick the screen. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Sure, Giddy, I'm looking at you. All right, here we go. Part of me's like, ah! Huh, okay. Oh! Kathy, you again, thank you for being here. I know you got stuff going on. Life, you know. Have a good weekend. My tongue hurts. Don't lick the windows either. No, don't lick anything you're not supposed to. Get some ice cream. Lick that. I have ice cream. Oh, what a lovely thing. See, I knew it was going to happen soon. You. Steam elements. Causing problems. Stream elements, sorry. Blech. Yeah, the proof isn't serious gut punch, at least, but it is there. And there was a slight cherry note, which I don't usually get out of any Jim Beam stuff. You know, after the extreme pain, but before the drop off and the dry, very dry, like chalky. Like a black walnut. Black walnut, little sweet, little vanilla, little, like, I don't know if I got cherry that time. But I think it's really dry. Like that's one of the things I don't really like about Knob Creek. Not very sweet, typically. And it gets pretty dry pretty fast. Just obliterates my tongue. Ha. Makes me want to take a drink of water. What do you know? I might add a couple of, well, I will add a couple of drops to this to play with it a little. Because I did enough high proof stuff earlier today. I'm good. There's 4 or 5 different little pours of high proof whiskey. So, put some water in this and relax. Although I did have something amazing. Mr. Great Shot. There's something in Andalusia you need to try. You have no idea. I'll send you a picture. You'll know, then you'll know. And I've tasted it, and oh my god, it's so good. I want more of it. I've already yelled at both Moose and Ty for making such a glorious thing. Andalusia, I know it's not bourbon, but it's bourbon adjacent. I can't tell you more yet. Maybe I'll post it on Patreon or something. I don't know. I haven't decided. No promises on anything. Stay tuned, members and patrons. Podcast tomorrow. Stay tuned. Again, Sunday, Father's Day, Pop KillCo should be showing up. I don't want to guarantee anything. Things change. But they have, folks. Ow. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I'll see you out there. Hey, thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.